All right, now this is one of those videos where I step outside of the norm and pretty much give you a scenario and you can let me know what your advice is. Now, I think that it's been quite a while since I've had hey, here's a video about me and my love life or therefore lack thereof. I don't know. Whatever. It's Friday. I don't care how this sounds. But of course not mentioning names because I don't even know if this person is even subscribed to the channel. If not, her loss. But in any case, long story short, there was a girl around this time last year I was hanging out with. We've known each other for years, and I think during the course of October is when we really started to hang out, in terms of doing stuff together, not just talking online or random encounters around town. But October we went to several Halloween events, corn maze, pumpkin patch, harvest festivals, and just chilling out downtown at coffee shops and whatnot. And she ended up moving back home to Pennsylvania, which is obviously a distance away from Virginia. And I think she had moved around, I want to say maybe or earlier this year, maybe around or was it towards the end of this? No, I think it was like, yeah, I think it was like a springtime. So I want to say like March or April. I could be wrong, but I think at the very latest, it might have been around the end of the semester being May, but I think she had graduated at that time. But let me just say it was late 2018. Yeah, it was definitely late 2018 because I remember one of the last times I saw her, I got her a bag of her favorite M&Ms, which were Christmas themed. So I think it was around maybe January or February. I forgot. But sorry to randomly go on like that. But recently she had came to town. I want to say it was a couple of weeks ago, maybe like the last week in November, first week of December. And honestly, we haven't talked much, if at all, since she had moved back. I think maybe 3 or 4 times online we have talked, but that's it. And she had asked me, it's like, hey, I'm coming into town this upcoming weekend. Do you want to hang out? Hang on, let me get the message here. That way, if this video is used against me, I can prove that I'm not paraphrasing, but I'm giving facts here. Because I actually have an important question to ask. She said, I will be in town for a visit this weekend if you want to catch up at some point. This was November 29th. So, yeah, she was coming back in during like the last week in November. And I was like, yeah, okay, sounds good. What brings you down to this neck of the woods? And she was just like, visiting my church back here, as well as my people, as aka friends. And my question to you all is this: when somebody opens the invitation to hang out and you say, yeah, let's do it, are you the one that should initiate the location and whatnot? Hey, like what time and whatnot? Like, I'll admit, looking back, maybe I should have been more proactive in saying, hey, okay, sounds good, just let me know. But honestly, she was the one that initiated the conversation, because when the person who presents the idea and the other person responds, part of me is like, well, you're the one who said you're coming into town, and you said you're visiting your church and some people and whatnot, yet I don't know where I fit into that. Now, I'm not trying to be overly dramatic, but again, this comes from my introverted nature and whatnot. So yes, I'm a guy, and I know that in most cases, like, a guy is the one that's supposed to plan stuff. But keep in mind, we aren't romantically linked or anything like that. At best, we're really good friends. Honestly, I thought there was potential, but when she said she was up and moving back to Pennsylvania, I was like, well, I know this isn't going to work out. My attitude was, here's my thing. This goes for guys and girls, like anyone I'm friends with and says they want to hang out, especially being introvert. Like, if you tell me like, yo, let's hang out, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it, we should both initiate ideas. But I feel like the person to initiate the conversation of hanging out should be the one to at least throw around the first ideas, like, hey, are you free this time? Hey, I'm actually heading blank place, if you want to meet up there. So what really, kind of, I'm not going to lie, when the idea presented itself of her wanting to hang out, I didn't have high expectations, because I kind of feel that in some ways, back when we were hanging out, it was really at her own convenience, because I remember, in those situations, you really don't think about it until after it's over. It's more like, oh, okay, it's cool just to get the invite. But, there were some signs there in terms of, well, everybody else I knew was busy. And, this was after I had quit my job, remember, because around mid-October was when I left my call center job. I did YouTube full time. So it was just a matter of, oh, well, I know you're not, really doing anything and you need to get out. And I'm just like, well, just because I'm at home all the time doesn't mean I'm not working. So yeah, there's that. Not to mention, what really gets on my nerves, not just with her, but a lot of the people that either say we want to hang out, but it never happens, when they're on social media posting, hey, I'm at this event and I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And all the while your phone is silent because you're not getting any kind of message about, hey, I'm actually free at this time, or I'm going to this event, let's hang out. So looking back, I'm not really bitter because number one, I didn't have high expectations for this meetup to begin with, but also I do feel a bit annoyed that not only you would initiate a hangout, but you don't even follow up on it, because I was the one that sent the last message. So as far as I know, that was never seen and it was never responded to. So in my heart, if she ever comes back down and wants to do something, I'm probably not going to respond. But in the comments below, let me know your thoughts on this. How do you think this situation should have been handled? Should I have done something differently? What would you have done in my shoes? Because at first, and I try, even though it's a habit sometimes, I try not to double, triple text. I try not to. I mean, in some cases, like if it's a meme or something, that's different. But in terms of but then again, that can be looked at as desperation. But I'm known as that sarcastic and funny cat in my social group, if you will. So yeah, I mean, part of me was thinking, hey, maybe I should message her and just say, hey, I'm free. But I didn't want to look desperate. Not to mention, I was really busy that weekend to begin with, working on videos and doing eBay stuff. So I was open to the invitation, but I never got, a follow-up. So that's just my thing. So in the midst of that, let me know your thoughts and we'll go from there. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that thumbs up button as well as leaving your thoughts in the comment section below so we can keep the conversation going. On the left hand side of the screen, you should see a picture of Jeffrey Harrington. You can click on him in order to subscribe, but also hit the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content. Also, you should see some videos appearing on the screen as well that I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy if you enjoyed the one you just saw. But also, be sure to follow me on social media such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all my social media will be in the description below. And in order to help this channel hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to need your help. So make sure to share this video as well as the channel around with all of your friends on your own social media. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next video.